I guess they use first aid more for the sake of having to cure themselves rather than to cure a status element. So I'm gonna have you moved back over here. Try to use Blizzard on her. Try to get her down. There you go. And then you will go where? Here? Yes. I'm thinking for this stream, I might do two of them. Just because maybe in the morning, what I want to do, maybe like around 12, I'll use it as a level up stream. And then the other one, I'll use to progress the story. Because again, the main problem is that I'm using each stream that I do for this one to level up, which is some good content sometimes because you get to see some of the stories that I do, some of the quests that I do, and all that stuff. But when it comes down to it, I don't really progress because I'm trying to level a lot of my units, and it would help me to do two streams, I think, in order to get one, the levels that is needed to level up and do more of the story quests, and also move him out of the way. Again, the second stream would be more focused on the idea of like progressing the story and everything. And I could easily do maybe 1 hour of that and see where I get and what happens, and then have 2 hours of the just grinding. Sounds like a good idea. Maybe I will try doing that. Just because the main part of this, like my huge amount of hours while playing this game, is mostly spent on trying to get more skills, level up every job that I can, and all that crap. So it would make sense for me to do that on the side. And it's not like it's gonna be lost or anything. It'll just be put as extras, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. Lots of possibilities. Let's see. You will continue to do black magic. Wonderful. Oof. That is the trouble with Nomus. They're not really built for fighting face to face. But again, the problem is that if I don't bring him into the fight, he's not gonna get any levels, any experience to level up their skills, and you need to do that. Because again, if I'm going to do the whole I thing about using morphers, the special job, I need to increase his level, get more skills as a tamer. That's what I'm trying to say. Wait. It's okay that he didn't really get the silence off or any damage, because the main point is that I want them to level up. And it doesn't help that he's constantly taking enemies down. Good, you're dodging. That's why it's always best to try to get at least thieves to become soldiers first and then work on their thief skills, because it helps them beef up themselves a little bit, if that makes sense, so that they can do more damage. But at the same time, it's just it would also help if I just change their jobs to ninjas, I think. I'm also getting a lot of ninjas because I feel they're a little bit overpowered when you get a lot of these skills that you need later on, because I believe they can learn something that causes their units deaths, which is a plus always. Mobilize him some more, hopefully. Well, you can't really immobilize him more. Once the effect runs out, it runs out. So it's like it could be like 4 turns where they will be stuck in one place and they can't really do anything. But once those 4 turns happen, they're done. Any other that you put on is not gonna make a difference, I think. I could be wrong, but from what I've known, that's what I've done. Good. He's gonna try to... Oh no, he didn't. Good. You gotta remember that those guys have the ability to use first aid. Sorry about that. A lot of things are happening on the side. There you go. Fight 1. Very good. Just remove this cable because... Good. Oh, good. He learned a new... Good. Also. Let's see. Party you. How many of the Beastmaster skills do you have? 1, 2, 3, 4. I need one more. And then he can change jobs. Problem is that I might not change his jobs. That quickly, because again, I do want them to... I do want him to learn as many controls as possible, because I want them to be able to also work with the blue mage and get skills for that one, because I'm also gonna try to do that one. I think this guy Largo is gonna become our blue mage of the group. It's not always that I use that job because again, as a kid, I don't know about. I didn't have access to a lot of things, and oh come on, that's fine. That's 2 bottles that I get to go to. I'm gonna step out really quick, go use the bathroom. I am currently drinking, and it doesn't help that it just goes right through you when you're drinking. So give me a second. I'll be right back. Okay, back. Let's see, what is the law in play? Confusion and holy, so that I have to make sure not to do any white magic attacks, but I'm not going to, again. What are the levels of the monsters? 6, 7, 7, 8. Not too bad, but again, let's not risk it. We're gonna have Johnny out there just for the support. And then who else? Galler. Marty? Marty Alton. And Victor. I do want him to learn his skills quickly because again, I think the next thing that I want him to learn is capture, because now that I put in my mind that I will be doing that, getting a morpher and not blue mage. I mean, it doesn't really help with blue mage, but it does help with morpher to try to get more units to collect. Well, not really collect. They don't monsters that you get in this game don't really play a part in your team. They are there, but they're kind of special in a sense. I'm gonna try to open up a guide for that because I do want to see which ones I can get and which ones I should avoid getting. Let's see. Final Fantasy Tactics Advance Hunter. Let's see. Doesn't help. Let's see. That one doesn't really show me anything in terms of Final Fantasy Tactics Advance Monster Bank. Yeah. Okay. Oh. so there's specific items that you can. Hmm. I think I found out which ones that I can get. I don't know if you have to. Okay, so I'm guessing that I have to get one and one. So one bomb, one grenade, one goblin, one red cap, one antlion, one jawbreaker. Okay, that's that's doable. But again, it has to do with me first leveling up a hunter and give him the ability to capture. I mean, this would have been a perfect instance when I can at least get one of one. But again, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't have to be now where I'm collecting them. It just needs to be soon, because sooner or later, I'm going to have my Morpher, and it won't help that I don't have monsters in the monster bank. That thing is interesting just because once you capture the monster, you can pretty much go there and feed them items, and the more items that you give them, it raises their affection towards you. And I believe that's the way how morphers get more abilities. You can only have one set, I think. I have to check. I'm not sure because I do remember trying to play it once, and they don't technically learn new skills. They get an item that pretty much gives them the ability to learn a specific amount of skills, and it really just depends on which monster your affinity for them, their love for you, is. That it would be higher and lower, and then you would basically have a set amount of skills available. So it really helps you to, one, catch a lot of monsters. You can't get like 20 panthers or whatever, but you can have at least one, raise the affection to max. Oh god. Again, can't really expect him to really do much because he is a Nomu. He's not meant for close combat. But because I'm trying to get him to level up and get more skills, as many as possible, that's the thing. But yeah, I didn't really play with those because again, I don't really know how they work because of how I grew up. Basically, I didn't have guides like we do now. I mean, I just sat there and quickly looked through what is being offered in terms of guides and things like that. And that guide pretty much told me, do this and your affection will raise. And that's how you level up your Morpher. But in order to, again, do that, I have to raise Hunter so that they can get capture and all that stuff. So what does that mean? Level up Hunter. Get the capture skill. Pretty simple. But other than that, that's Hunter has no real value in this game, I think. They are the better archer, I think, for the humans. But at the same time, hunters don't really have the ability to do what archers do, and that they have debuffs and everything. So archers do have the debuffs, keep a unit in place and all that stuff, which is important. While hunters are good for when you have a team basically made up of monsters, you can easily do a huge amount of damage with hunters because they have skills specifically meant for taking down monsters. I believe one of their skills is called Sidewinder, and basically it does double the damage to monsters. So, in a sense, that's good to have. And there's the fight. Well, next thing to do would be, my hopes is that someone gets a learned skill. Good. Do I have a... Oh, pedal chaser. I thought it said pedal catcher. I don't know why it says... I don't know why it says that I freed it when it was already freed. I just kept the piece, basically. It's interesting. Let's see. We do want to... Where are you? You. Pick, not a pick ability, but change the weapon. I want to see if we do have that. Capture. Yeah, I think that would be my next one. Of course, you're that much closer to getting a morpher. Return. Ah, I knew it. It's okay. I'm pretty sure he would have been fine. He was just, again, underleveled. Cross helm is good. We're gonna get rid of you. Yes. Good. Parley, good. Very good. Let's see. So we do have you who learned a skill but hasn't leveled up. Equipped. We don't give him a shield because again we're trying to level up his. These weapons are two-handed, so you have to equip those. Thank God that they didn't do that for Final Fantasy Online. They gave you a sword and shield. Who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? I think that was about it. Yeah. Let's see if we can get any more jobs to do. Or any more side ones, at least. Dispatches.